Hey there guys, it's MMFQ Death here, and today I have another mod review for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is the Camouflage mod for Minecraft 1.6.2. Apparently it does support SMP, so keep that in mind. You can go ahead and troll your friends with this online. It's very similar to another mod that you guys have probably seen before, and you'll kind of see what mod I'm talking about when I get into the upcoming stuff. But anyway, so the first thing you need to do is you need to craft camouflage paste, and you do this by putting a piece of coal with 2 cactus green around some cocoa beans. Now the texture isn't complete yet. On the forum post it is, but I don't know if it's just me or if it isn't working or what, so I don't know, but it does function, it just doesn't have a correct texture. But the mod developer, speaking real quickly on the fact of why it kind of reminds me of another mod, he did say that it won't be like that for much longer because this mod is still pretty early in development, so keep that in mind. And if you guys want to request anything that should be like that, then I would definitely go over to the forum post in the description and tell in the comments what you'd like to see in the mod, because he said he's completely open to suggestions. So first, oops, that's supposed to be that. This is just the crafting recipe for the camo paste again. And then you can make a camo door, which I'll show you what all these do here in a moment, which is just a wooden door and some camo paste. Now this is a redstone door. I think like this should probably be more uniquely named, I guess. I don't really know what you would name it. I don't have any suggestions. I just think camo redstone door seems like kind of wonky. And that's just an iron door with some camo paste. Then over here, all the crafting recipes are pretty self-explanatory, by the way. Camo glass is just camo paste around 1 glass, and that will make you 16 glass. I think that this should be changed, if at all possible. I feel like what you should have to do is for every piece of glass, you should need 1 camo paste, and that should give you 4 glass, or camo glass, I think. I think that would be a more legitimate crafting recipe, because 16 glass, you'd never want to use regular glass. You could just, like, I don't know, you could just utilize that so well. Soul sand and the camo paste will make you what's called a camo block, and it makes 2. So that's something else that, again, I'll show you what all these do in a second. This is the boring part. Then we have camo paste and a torch, and a camo torch. So yeah, the camo torch looks like glowstone. I feel like you should change the texture for that to make it an actual torch with some camo on it, if at all possible, mod developer guy. Okay, so anyway, let's go ahead over here. Now these are the non-redstone doors, which you can just open these by yourself. And there's a couple of bugs I want to list, which again, this mod is pretty early in development, so keep that in mind. First off is when you open the door, there's this horrible lighting bug on any of the faces of the door, and if you go to the back side of the door, they're all just like that. I don't know what would cause that, but yeah, anyway, that's a bug to the developer. I don't know if you're aware that it's there, but it is. But yeah, so all of these, what they do basically is whatever block they're sitting on top of is what block they mimic. So I'm pretty sure that you guys are all very aware of what mod this seems like it's very similar to, but again, it won't seem like that for long, so keep that in mind. But they all do work and function correctly. There's one other thing I noticed, with the new wood being able to be turned on its side and stuff. This is sideways. I feel like you should, I don't know if it's possible, but if at all possible, you should try to make the sideways logs do the sideways log texture up and down. Vice versa for this should have to be like pointing this way for that to happen. And for this one, that's like perfect, minus the lighting glitch. Then over here, these are just the redstone powered doors. Obviously, you can power these however you want. You can put a lever right next to it, but I just have a bunch of repeaters. And you guys can really see the lighting glitches on these ones. So that's that. Again, just the same stuff with the wooden texture. And other than that, these I think are sitting on, no, that one's actually sitting on dirt. Oh, they both are? Okay. Well, originally they were grass, and these were showing dirt textures. Anyway, this is camouflage glass. Now, from every face except for the face that you place it on, it will do this. So, for instance, let's go ahead and grab this. Now, if I break it and I place it this way, then from every face but this way, it will appear as if it's not glass. Let's just go ahead and place that back down. Now, the first thing I wanted to touch on this is that these textures are pretty well done, except for this. I feel like I just, for whatever reason, feel like since it's still registered as glass, but it doesn't use the grass texture on it, then you should make it appear as like use its entity properties as a normal block, so that it actually turns grass into dirt if there's something sitting on top of it for long enough. Another thing is with the sideways logs with this, it makes excuse me, it makes every face except for the glass face look like the log texture, which is really weird and wonky and all that. Again, the straight up and down one works perfectly fine, no problems with it. Now, these are the camouflage blocks, and these are just obviously blocks that will look like other blocks. So yeah, I don't honestly know what the purpose of that would be. I guess if you wanted to make your whole house look like diamond blocks, they're easier to craft than diamond blocks, so I mean, you could always do that. But these work pretty well, except for this wood texture, which again is the same problem as the glass over here. You can, yeah, see the wonky texture. And this, again, for whatever reason, doesn't register it as a regular block, so the grass doesn't go away. This one and this one perfectly fine. And for most blocks, they're perfectly fine. There's no problem. Now, these are the camo torches, and the camo torches work in a much wonkier fashion than all of the other stuff. Where these, you can see, like I mentioned, about the texture on the camo glass, and the same on the camo block. Well, now that texture takes its place on the one that should work, which is the straight up and down one. So now this one is messed up. So yeah, I don't know. And I'll mention one other pretty important bug here in a second. And then with this one, where the log is sideways, it decides it wants to stand up. So then the textures clash, and yeah. This block, though, the torch, does actually work as a full block, which makes the grass go away. So that one was actually good there. And again, with these two, it's perfect. Now, one other thing, I'm not going to do this because if it does happen again, then I don't want it to crash my recording. So basically, with camo doors, do not break the block that is under them. Do not like go up here and break this block to get rid of the door. Break the door. I'm telling you that now, because if you do, for whatever reason, that's weird. So apparently when you use pick block on these, it defaults to a wooden door, and same with these as an iron door. Okay, so that's another glitch. Yeah, that's not right. Anyway, so if you break the block underneath, Minecraft will crash. So keep that in mind. Again, this is a really early in progress mod, but I thought that some of the ideas the mod creator expressed are pretty cool. So I definitely think that you should at least give it a try and just go and test it out. And if anything, bug test it for him. Let him know some stuff that he needs to fix that I may not have covered or found or anything. And yeah, and if you guys enjoyed the video, or you know any other mods you guys would like me to review, then go ahead and leave a comment down below telling me. And if you could, leave a like, because it lets me know that I did a decent job, things and stuffs, and yeah. So anyways, you guys, as always, it's been MMFQ Death, and thank you all for watching. Peace.